What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are out on the range with what is probably going to be my new EDC. This is an Icarus Norsso Radian combo with the Defender CCW from Vortex. Let's get into it. Before we get started, guys, I always want to give you full transparency on how we go about getting products on the channel for review. So, just to let you guys know, we do work with the team over at Icarus as well as Radian and Norsso. Icarus sent out this grip module free of charge for us to use in this video and to keep for future content, guys. Tim Norsso, the guys over at Norsso, they're all friends of ours. I've been working with Tim and his team for a number of years, and we talked about doing this video. They said they had the perfect slide, and you guys are going to see why this thing is a beaut for this setup. In addition to that, we've been working with Radian and their team for the last couple of years, and they sent over a care package with the new Radian Ramjet Afterburner 3.7-inch combo. I did purchase the Defender CCW Vortex Optic from our friends over at Ventura Munitions. They're local here in town. Check them out if you're local. But always want to let you guys know how we go about getting products on the channel. So I always want you to keep that in mind as you watch our videos. With that out of the way, let's get into first rounds. Time for first rounds, guys. I've been waiting to shoot this thing. You guys saw me build 3.7 Radian Ramjet build. But now you guys saw last week, we put the Icarus grip on there with the Defender CCW Optic and the Norsso slide. So yes, this is most likely, depending on how today's range day goes, will be the new EDC gun. With that being said, let's shoot some 115 grain and see how this setup feels. All metal Icarus Norsso Radian build. Here we go. Oh, that feels great. Super flat, returns right to zero. This is the new, first time I'm trying the Vortex Defender CCW. I like the Vortex Defender ST, I believe, the larger optic. So Mikey had these in shop, so I picked one up from him at Ventura. And I like how robust and thick the housing is with the knurling on the front. But gun feels great, return to zero super quick. I just co-witnessed the red dot to the irons that are on the 365 slide from Norsso, and that's the grouping we have. But literally, like, boom, next round, boom, boom, boom. Super flat, feels really good. I'm gonna have Marco get his first rounds. We are gonna do some different things today. When I shoot the grouping portion, guys, I'm gonna shoot different carry rounds, so different grains, different manufacturers, and kind of see what the best results we get. But right now, I'm gonna have Marco shoot his first rounds and see what he thinks.
First rounds with this Norsso Icarus build and the Radian. Pretty nice combo with the color combination. Oh, dude, it shoots. It's flat. Oh, man. Yeah, that is nice. Surprised me. Like, the thing was like, oh,
right?
It's coming back.
Yeah, it's
Radian, no, it's freaking, they do a good job always. But it, especially 115 grain, the gas just directs it back low.
I equate it to this. You know how like when you first started shooting recoil, what surprised you?
Yeah.
The overdriving surprises me.
This is what happened
like
here.
Yeah, like, so guys, when you get the Icarus grips, they come with the built-in ledges. I'm sure you're all familiar.
Yep.
But with the Radian, the 3.7 combo, you're driving it down, and so you notice like, oh hey, I don't really have to give it that much
like, I don't gotta work.
forward momentum, and it just boom, it does the work for you. So I'm assuming these were your first shots, and then you moved
especially
over.
The thumb rest, I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah. So all right, let's I'm interested to see. I'm gonna shoot some different grains, some different brands, and I want to see what the groupings look like with each particular ammo. So guys, over the years, I've learned that different gun setups like different manufacturers and different grains of ammunition. So I figured I'll bring some of the carry ammo choices out with me, and we'll see which one groups the best. We zero with some 115, so I understand there's going to be shifts in accuracy in regards to the different manufacturers and different grains, but I'm looking for which one groups the best right now. So I'm going to start off with SuperVel 9mm plus P 115 grain solid copper hollow points, and I'm going to shoot the top left target to start. Okay, let's go take a look at that. down here at the target for our first group, guys, and we got kind of a weird spread here, so definitely got a flyer in here, but even looking at it from flyer to flyer, or just one flyer to the other, we're talking about 4 3/4 inch. If we were to take this as the group, we'd be 2 3/8 there, or 2.5 there. So if this was a flyer, we're talking about 2.5 inch group. Without the flyer, it's a huge group. As you can see here, this is when I was doing my initial 0, so it's kind of chasing a little bit. But this is the 115 solid copper hollow points with the SuperVel. I'm going to try gold dot here next, and then we'll move on to the Atlanta Arms, and then what I currently carry, the Winchester Ranger 147s. So guys, check the optic. Witness marks are still solid. Optic is still solid. Everything's mounted and good to go. We're going to try the gold standard now, which is some Spear gold dot. Used to carry this stuff back in my LE days. This is 124 grain and hollow point as well. Let's see how it does. Here we go. Marco, we're going to shoot the top right. All right, let's go take a look. Down here on the gold dot target, and it's kind of the reverse of the SuperVel grouping. So I got the one up top and then the rest of them on the bottom, whereas it was one on the bottom, the other 4 on top there. Looks like it's the same as the SuperVel. So center to center is 4 3/4. Without that guy, we're at 2 1/4, or yeah, so 2 1/4. This is 2. So if we're eliminating flyers on both of these, we're above 2 inch groupings. Not ideal. We'll try the Atlanta Arms next. Now guys, we're going to try some Atlanta Arms Elite. This is precision match ammunition. 9mm, 115 grain, jacket hollow point. When I was in Ventura, Mikey recommended this for shooting our groupings with. He says guys are getting really good results. You were talking about these too, right?
Yeah, I use it for my 38 Super Comp Major gun.
Nice. So let's see how these do. We'll go bottom left. Ready, Marco?
Yep, on target.
All right, let's go take a look. So guys, down here at the Atlanta Arms target now, and I'm happy to see this grouping. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 groupings kind of had me worried about the setup. But let's see, measuring this out, probably furthest to furthest is this guy. So that is just past 3/4, so we're talking 7/8 right there. And yep, that'll be furthest. So 7/8 of an inch group right there, guys, with all 5 rounds. And kind of looking at this, I was saying earlier, guys, how I've learned over the years that different gun setups, different barrels like different bullets, whether it's the manufacturer and how the bullet's made, or whether it's the weight of the bullet. I'm sure what the twist rate in the barrel has something to do with it as well.
The velocity of the round.
Yeah, so yeah, how it's loaded in regards to how much powder for the velocity. So I kind of want to relate this to you guys like this. Marco and I, when we go shoot matches, like you see all these different competition shooters, they have different shoes for different reasons, right? Marco might wear a certain Solomon style with maybe wide or narrow with a different arc, different support because his foot likes that. Or maybe even like race cars. They use certain oils, certain gas, certain engines, like, you know, certain fluids. I would equate it to that to try to relate it to you guys. You know, I've had really great success with the solid copper hollow points from SuperVel. I've shot videos of my staccatos where I have groups tighter than this. Same thing with gold dot, Spear gold dot. So seeing these 2 groups, I was like, you know, maybe one round is me, but man, I was thinking maybe what if there's something to do with, you know, my barrel or the comp or the combo doesn't like something. But now seeing the Atlanta Arms group with a 7/8, you know, a sub MOA or a sub 1 inch group at 25, that makes me super happy, and it makes me, you know, see that the gun's capable. But I just want to make sure I'm using the ammunition that it likes the best. So moving forward in the grouping portions, I always want to try to get you guys the best groupings and let you guys know what ammo we're using for those groupings. You know, SuperVel is a huge supporter of the channel, but we don't always get the best groups because not every single barrel gun. I mean, even down to, I guess, how the lockup is on the barrel with the gun. All of those different, there's so many different factors, as Marco and I were kind of talking off camera, that go into the accuracy of your firearm. So I guess my recommendation and what I want you guys to kind of take from this, if you guys pick up a new carry gun, or you're finding, you know, like, man, I really like this gun and I want to start carrying it, these are the things that I do for every carry gun setup I have. People are like, man, why are you carrying the 147 Winchester Rangers? Well, the particular gun setup I had, I got the best grouping with it. And that's what I want. I want the most accurate I can be out of my carry setup. So having this, you know, I know that I can just adjust and move over. I need to move down and left. If I'm going to shoot my 147s right now on this guy and see if it does better. But right now, I'm happy to see that we got a sub 1 inch group. And I'll say right now, you know, shooting a handgun, especially with a 3.7 inch barrel at 25 yards with just a red dot. I know there's guys out there like Aaron Cowan, that dude just puts hole through hole through hole. I'm not him. I don't shoot as accurate as he does, but I'm happy that I'm able to produce this group with this gun, especially if I want to use it for carry. So guys, like I said, last group's going to be the Winchester Ranger 147s. These are the hollow point defensive ammo that I've been carrying for the last couple of years. And we'll shoot the bottom right, Marco, last target. That one fell off to me. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the target now, guys, and here is the grouping. This was, looking back, this is the first round when I looked at the iPhone footage. So that's my flyer. I felt it. I jerked the crap out of the trigger when I broke that first shot. But I mean, even with that shot, guys, we're at 2 1/4 inch. Without that, we are at 1 5/8, just over 1.5 inches. So that's the 147 Winchester Rangers that I've been carrying. So I would say in, you know, greatest to least in regards to accuracy, order would be the Atlanta Arms got first place. It's got, you know, sub 1 inch group. This one right here, the Winchester Rangers, will get second. Looking at these, they're pretty similar, but the SuperVel did have a better grouping up here with these two. So I would say third place for the SuperVel, solid copper hollow point 115 plus P's, and then the 124 gold dot would probably be last place and fourth. And I will say this, I've had great success with the gold dot in other platforms, and I'm talking like groupings even tighter than this one. So gold dot, to me, it's still, you know, one of the standards, but it is interesting to see, you know, which ammunition worked best. And the reason I want to do this, especially for this video, guys, I'm deciding to make this one of my carry guns, and if I carry this, I want to run the ammunition that the gun likes the most in regards to accuracy. So I want the pistol to be as accurate as I can get it to be, and I'm seeing from this test with the Atlanta Arms, I'm getting the best results. Now, Marco and I were talking off camera about velocities and stuff, so we'll go back and look at the boxes and see what the, you know, the velocity is out of each, from each manufacturer. But I was thinking maybe the velocity had something to do with the accuracy. You were saying not really. With the compensator, you'll see it, the comp work better with higher velocity.
Especially comp gun, you want higher velocity because you're going to use that gas to your advantage to keep the gun down.
But in regards to accuracy and grouping, not really.
Not really.
Okay. So, but it is interesting to see, because you guys have seen in previous videos the solid copper hollow point stuff shooting out of, you know, some of our 2011s. We've gotten, again, better groups than this. So I'm super happy with this group, especially out of a 3.7 inch barrel. And this is something I recommend you guys go and do. So if you're out there and you're like, hey, I know a lot of you message me and go like, man, that build you did on this 365, or that Glock build that you did, or whatever the build is that you're doing, go out, test some different, spend a little bit of money, test the different ammunitions, you know. So I purchased the gold dot, I purchased the Atlanta, and I purchased the Winchester Rangers, all from our friends over at Ventura Munitions. And SuperVel is a channel sponsor, so they did hook us up with their solid copper hollow point. But understand, like, this is something you're choosing to do, so I would really suggest you be responsible about it and go out and spend the money. You know, you only gotta go buy a box of each, buy 50 rounds of each, and go out and shoot some 5-round groups, bench rested, and see how your gun is performing with certain ammunition. And I think you'll be quite surprised. And I've been shooting for years, guys, and this was something that I just learned in the recent years. So it's not like one size fits all, like we were kind of talking about before. It's fuel for the machine, and different machines like different fuel types. So definitely find the best fuel that's going to give you the best performance out of your setup. Anything else on that, Marco?
No, that's pretty much it. Feed it what it likes. Find out what it likes to.
And Mikey at Ventura, man, thank you for recommending this. Like he said, some guys are getting awesome results with it. And you're saying you use it for your 38 Super? Your open gun?
Because SuperVel doesn't make 38 Super Comp.
Gotcha.
So
that's dude, 3.7 inch carry gun all day long. So guys, piggybacking on that whole accuracy portion, I went back and adjusted my optic to get zeroed. So you guys saw the grouping before here. So that was the first grouping, shot a second grouping, then went here and adjusted. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds touching the orange bullseye. Got my flyer naturally, but that's the type of grouping that I want to see in a gun that I'm choosing to carry as my EDC gun. But super pumped on that grouping. So for this Radian Ramjet 3.7 afterburner combo, I have found that the best results are with the Atlanta Arms 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Anybody else out there that's shooting this setup, let me know your results with the other ammunition, or if you get the same ones with this. Or if you're somebody that's like, man, I'm trying to find ammo that's going to be the most accurate with the setup, this is what I recommend. But that is awesome. That's exactly what I want to see when I come out here and zero a carry gun. All right, guys, time for Marco's favorite drill, the bill drill. I say that because Marco hates this drill. All right, bill drill is front concealment using the Wingman Flex made by yours truly. And here we go, 7 yards out, C-zone steel, stand by. Good shot placement, but a little bit of trigger freeze, establishing that grip too. I got hung up on 251. First shot took me a 1.53, so over 1.5 seconds. I did get a 15 split in there. Looking at these hits, it would probably be 4 Alpha, 2 Charlie. I think that this shot would have been out, and this shot would have been out. It would have been like here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably Charlie and Charlie.
The top one might have been close.
I'll give it 4 and 2, but I want to get the time down, so let's go again. Round 2. Woo! That's clean. And 2 seconds flat. So that felt super smooth. I could feel everything was in place. Like everything felt extremely right. The grip, the support hand grip, driving down on the thumb ledge of the Icarus grip module. The dot lined up for me exactly. First shot was a 108, and I had lowest was a 17 split, but I got consistent 18s. And I would say that's all alpha, Marco, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. So the steel guy is the size of a C zone. So your A zone would be right here, right?
Yep. That is correct.
So 2 seconds flat, clean. Let me see if I can get sub 2. Before we start into the third string of the bill drill, guys, I want to take a quick minute to do a shameless plug. Guys, we're running the QVO Tactical Wingman Flex Appendix holster. For those of you not aware, I own and operate QVO Tactical here in Las Vegas. Our company is a holster manufacturing company. We've been in business for, it'll be 12 years in July, so appreciate all of the supporters out there. But again, we're running the Wingman Flex, so it's an appendix rig that has an attached mag carrier on a flexed TR90. Definitely look up TR90, it's great material. But that's our flex connector piece, which allows the holster to bend and contour to my body. But real quick, I got to do a mag change because my other mag is empty. So good there. This can go back in there. And as you guys can see, it conceals very nicely. Make sure I still got one in there. I do. Press checks are free. And let's try round number 3. Here we go. Stand by. First shot was low. Most of the other shots were left because I pushed that really fast for a 197. So 0.3 of a second. Still the same 108, but I got 15 splits in there. But I want you guys to notice something. So for me, I would rather have that 2 second bill drill I just had all clean versus now you see everything. My grip was a little poor and I was dipping it to the left, so now all my shots shifted left. Now granted, in a defensive situation, the C zone is smaller than most humans, so I'd still be good at all be center mass hits, but ideally we want them centered. So I would give up the 197 all Charlie. Actually, this is probably alpha, but 5 alpha, 1 Charlie, 197 versus all alpha 2 seconds. I'd probably want the 2 second all alpha. You think, Marco?
Yep.
Yeah? All right, I'll go one more. You guys want another shameless plug, or should I? No, I'll just do my next one. Stand by. Oh, I threw one over the shoulder. That felt so good too. 189 with a miss. Definitely don't want that. The other shameless plug I was going to tell you about was our UPF hoodies. Guys, summer is here now. We shoot out in the desert. Me, Marco, and Kevin, when it's still 117 in the middle of summer, we're like the only ones out here. It's kind of great because we don't have anybody else shooting around us, but it's 117. These are UPF, so they're ultraviolet sun protecting, so keeps the sun off your skin, keeps you from getting sunburned, keeps you cool as the wind goes through, hits the sweat and kind of cools you down. But Desert Light camo, we have the America camo. Kevin's got the Rhodesian on. We have some other full camo ones coming this summer, but they're on our website, QVO Tactical, along with our holsters. You know what you can't buy there, though? You can't buy this bill drill. You could probably buy that mic that I threw, though.
Yeah.
This would probably be 2 Alpha, 3 Charlie. All right, I got enough for one more. I'm pretty sure I have exactly 6 rounds. Here we go. Boom, exactly 6. I can count today. I'll take the hits. I like 3 of them. 180, so 1.8. And first shot was a 9.8, so I got a sub second draw there. I got a 15 split in there as well. And 3 Charlie, or sorry, 3 Alpha, 1, 2, 3 Charlie. That might still be, maybe not. It's probably like right there. But defensively, I would take this all day long. They're all, as far as windage left and right goes, they're all moved towards the center. So I'd have 1 abdomen shot, 4 chest shots, and then 4 going to the upper chest. Like defensively, I think that's great. Yeah?
Yeah, solid.
Competitive wise, Marco would say, do 5 push-ups.
Gonna lose. So Marco here with your doubles drill. We do the doubles drill mainly to see how the gun will track on your double taps. This build is very nice. It's got the Icarus lower with the thumb ledges on it. Makes it easier to control. Norsso slide with the Radian comp. The comp is nice because we're using the 115 grain from SuperVel, meaning you're using the velocity to your advantage. So essentially you're driving that gas to make your gun dip down, so it'll keep the shots well easy on target. So less work for you guys. So
Stand by.
Yep.
Side profile, that thing is so flat, it doesn't move.
Yeah, don't gotta work much with this gun.
You got 16 splits consistently. Yeah. Yo, dude, every single split was 16.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Yeah, look, you guys can see, so there's the first 2 shots, 16, the second set, 16, and then the last group, 16. And these splits are the time that he's taken between each doubles, which was kind of crazy because it's consistent. It's 0.33. Dude, talk about consistency. Like, hey, Marco, you shoot doubles much?
Yeah.
But now explain what's going on here.
So one was me overdriving it. The thumb ledge is just, it's like this gun, shooting it, you don't have to work much. It's tripping me out. Like I'm actually driving my left hand with the thumb this way. So first shot, second shot, that's just me timing. But everything else, it tightened up after. So I could even tighten that up.
For the other groups, like these tighter groups, explain. So is this first shot and then up and then second shot breaking here?
Yeah, first shot for me was 1 and then 2. That was me overdriving it.
Okay.
The next one was just this, and then I just aimed higher.
So
than
this
this.
is 1,
This
2?
is 1. That's 1, 2.
1, 2, and 1, 2.
Yeah. So.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, this is like my 3rd time shooting this build, and I must say it's pretty nice.
So you're noticing with the Radian mixed with higher velocity 115s, you're able to keep. Because normally we'll see like other groups that will do when you demo this for me, we'll have like here
it'll widen out.
Whereas this is like you're really noticing a huge difference.
Oh yeah, like this gun when you fire it, the gun just does this.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's not much input you need to do on your end.
Sweet.
Yep.
So guys, whenever we get comped reported guns on the channel, I like to grab 3 different grains of 9mm and shoot them in super slow motion for you guys so you can see the difference in recoil. We're going to be doing that today with some SuperVel. So we have the SuperVel Certified Select 115 grain right here. Comes in these large bags. This is our range plinking ammo that we typically shoot the most of. They also have some 124s, some 147 Hush Puppy. This stuff is super quiet if you shoot it in your suppressed setups. It's subsonic, and that's the ammo that we're shooting. So enjoy this slow motion lack of recoil footage. First 5 are 115s. Second set of 5 are 124s. Last set of 5 are 147s. So guys, we're done with all of the different range drills and stuff like that. And the last thing I want to do before we leave is grab the actual mag I'm going to use for carrying and then the actual carry ammo and shoot another group. I was kind of plinking around and I did notice a shift in the windage. It was shooting a little left, so I've made my adjustments and hopefully we're back to 0. But the reason I want to do this, just to make sure, one, it's accurate before I leave the range. I know that I checked it. Secondly, when shooting the different drills and stuff, this is a new optic to me, so I'm not sure if maybe, you know, the windage can get bumped or moved while we're shooting. Witness marks for the optic screws itself are still solid. It's still sitting there nice and tight. But I did notice with the elevation and windage adjustment on this new Vortex Defender, it's very light. Like, it takes minimal effort to move it. When you feel and hear the clicks, it doesn't take a lot of force to do that. So I'm kind of curious if any of it can be moved during recoil. Typically, I would witness mark those as well. Forgot my pen today, so I'll take photos of it after we get, you know, precise 0 again and bring it home. I'll put marks on it when I get home. But I want to grab the same mag that I'm going to use for carrying, which is going to be the SIG 365 mag, 17 rounder with the Radian magwell, or sorry, the Radian base pad. And the reason being, it kind of mates up really nice with the new Icarus grip module. They have a cutout here so you can pinch the mag and strip it if you need to. So the shape and the contour and geometry of the Radian base pad kind of fits in there flush with that. So I'm going to shoot the group here with that magazine and with the Atlanta Arms ammo that I'm going to use for carrying, since we got the best grouping with that. And we'll see how this last group looks. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Definitely happy with this group, guys. I'm going to make one adjustment. So one MOA at 25 yards should be 1/4 of an inch. So I'm literally just going to bring it, since these 3 are on this level here, I'm going to bring it down. That is ideal. That 4th shot straight through the center bullseye is what we want. The last group is exactly 1 inch center to center. That's under, yeah, so furthest bullet to furthest bullet is 1 inch. So I'm fine with the windage. But I am going to bring it down, since I got 1 high there, a center line, and then 1 low. I'll bring it down 1 click, take my photos, and then I'll mark it when I get home. And I'll keep you guys updated. I wanted to try something new. I like the front face and how it's knurled, and the Defender from Vortex looks very robust, like beefy. So I wanted to try it out. But Marco and I did notice when we were playing with the windage and elevation, it is very light. I wish it was a little more stiff, so it wasn't so easy to adjust. But I'll witness mark it, and then I'll notice, you know, just carrying it, seeing if it gets bumped into stuff, if it moves on me at all. But this is what I want to see when I'm leaving the range with the gun that I'm deciding to carry. All right, guys, time for final thoughts. We got the Icarus, Norsso, Radian, Vortex build. Very, very happy with how this thing performed for us, Marco. Like, you know me, man, dude. If we can get a solid grouping, it's a good day.
Yeah.
So, I will say I think you were pleasantly surprised with how it shot.
Shoots very well. The Radian comp does all the work for you, recoil mitigation-wise. Grip's nice, the texturing is good. Like, it's not too aggressive where it's not going to abrade your skin too much, but it's there when you're gripping it. It's nice. Matches the slide too, so
right.
Looks cool.
Yeah, I think aesthetically, like the knurling, it just happened to work out perfectly. The Norso's knurling matches up with the Icarus knurling. I mean, honestly, it also matches up with the knurling on the front of the Vortex optic, which is kind of cool too. But yeah, pleasantly surprised with how well it shot, how accurate it shot. I do like the fused length, but if I can have it integrally comped, or like this, run the an XL slide with the Radian Ramjet 3.7-inch setup, it's almost fused length, guys. When you look at the B-roll here, you'll see it's recessed behind the frame, the rail. We're talking like, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch. It's just short of being the 4.3-inch length. But yeah, the thing's shot solid, feels great. Recoil is very minimal, as you guys saw shooting through the optic footage. You guys saw like the dot doesn't leave the window. Some people are telling me, hey, look into these different triggers and stuff. Like I said, the straight bow FCU 365 trigger I actually like.
Yeah.
I think it's a good carry trigger. It's not too light, it's not too heavy. I'm able to get sub 2-second build drills or 2-second build drills clean, and I'm happy with that. That's what I want to see in my defensive carry gun. But again, I'm going to piggyback on it again. Like, not to beat a dead horse, but the accuracy, man. Even shooting the last group. I will say though, the elevation and windage adjustment with the Vortex Defender, that does give me a little bit of caution, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'll mark it when I get home. I took photos already, but it is dialed in right now. But yeah, I mean, I love when a setup can function as good as it looks, and I think that's exactly what this does. Now, when I posted this on Instagram, guys, there was questions about like, hey, what's this whole setup cost? Breaking it all down, you're looking at about $2,000, guys. Like for everything, that's the holster included, optic included, light, you know, the Radian ramjet, all of those things. So, and I will say this, it performed as it should for that price point.
Yeah. Like,
you know, so like there's 5-inch guns that I have that I'm not getting that type of grouping and accuracy at 25 yards. So I'm happy to see that it did as well as it did. And again, we got the best results with the Atlanta Arms Elite. So that's what I'm loading up here in these mags to make this the carry gun. But yeah, I mean, you guys have any questions down below, let us know. As we move forward with the videos, I'll try to incorporate more of testing different ammunition, let you guys know which is the best we're getting the most accurate groups with. So we have a couple of cool guns that are coming up soon. Another one from Norsso that I'm really pumped about, and our friends from Bull Armor, we just got something in. So, but yeah, Marco, I appreciate you coming out, dude.
Anytime.
Yeah, I love too when he can shoot a gun, because he's not really impressed with a lot of things that
I've
shoot.
shot everything in the world. So.
But when he shot this, he was like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah.
So
it ends now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you had to throw that in there,
I had
didn't you?
to do it. That's
so,
it. That's
I'm
the
not
best
even going to
product.
get into all of that. So anyway, guys, Icarus, Norso's local. Icarus, we've been working with those guys for a while. Our contact for Icarus, he's kind of local. He's up in Reno, so he's still in Nevada. But appreciate the support, guys. This thing performed phenomenally. The team over at Radian, appreciate you guys always, you know, wanting to work together. We love shooting your stuff. And Mikey, thanks for having the Vortex Defender CCW in stock. I was able to go down to Ventura and pick that up real quick. So guys, again, any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you want to support, pick up a hoodie, pick up a holster, QVOtactical.com. We appreciate it. Definitely, you know, show some love to the guys over at SuperVel. As you can see, it's always windy whenever we want to come to the range, so we're going to head out of here. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Cameraman Kev, your bonus footage. These are the cameraman's first rounds through the Icarus Norsso Radian build. Go for it, bud.
That's pretty flat. I like the ergos. It's on the aggressive side, but I still like it. I like the metal grip now. But yeah.
You have the polymer one, so what do you think feels better?
I first borrowed your metal one, and then I didn't like it at first, and then I went polymer, but now I'm kind of regretting it. But I like the weight, I like the ergos. But yeah, it shoots really flat. I like it.
Little bonus footage. The intro that we shot, guys, was the build drill when I do my little like woo, and here's what we're shooting today. Got a 179. I wonder how many of you out there, when we shoot the intro build drill, if you're like curious, I wonder what that time was. Got 16 splits. First shot was a 9.3. Best split was a 16, but a total time of 179. So that was actually my best build drill after all the ones that I did in the video. So we typically shoot like the intro and stuff like that at the end of the range session. So yeah, got my best build drill at the end. Hey-o!